Is there a limit to ChoGath stacks? Can you get 2 emblems from dedication? And does Spoils of War drop loot in House Lightshield? Welcome to episode number 7 of the TFT Mythbuster series in set 9. Let's get started. For our first myth, when I was playing around with my ChoGath carry, someone in my chat told me that their ChoGath capped out at 4000 bonus HP and couldn't gain any more stacks. Considering how many nerfs ChoGath received, to make sure that he can't be a carry, this is something I wanted to investigate. So the myth states, ChoGath can't gain more than 4000 bonus HP. The setup is easy, it just takes a bit of time. We have one strong ChoGath on one side who will attempt to gain as many stacks as possible every single round. On the other side is a bunch of 1-star units that try their best to get eaten. At the start of stage 6-2, ChoGath is currently at 3960 HP. It does not take him very long to clean up the fight, and now all we have to do is check his ability, which shows us 4280 HP. Based on this result, the myth would be busted, but we still have a few more rounds to go, so why not see how far we can push him. In our final fight in stage 7, he reached over 5400 HP, and honestly there was no end in sight. If there is a limit, then it's practically impossible to reach. For our next myth, let's take a look at the Augment Dedication. It was recently buffed, and now if you field 4 units of the same trait, then you will be rewarded with an emblem of that trait in the following round. The question that arises is what happens if you reach that number for 2 traits at the same time. The myth states you can get 2 emblems from the Augment Dedication. Lucky for us, this is a very easy setup. Here we have exactly 3 Ionia and 3 Challengers on our board. If we put in Yasuo, we will get both Ionia and Challenger into range for the Augment at the same time. All we have to do now is to check the orb at the start of the next round. We ended up receiving an Ionia emblem, and there is no Challenger emblem in sight. You will definitely only receive a single emblem, and if I had to take a guess, I would assume that the outcome between the 2 traits is random. Thankfully, there is no bug that can be abused here. For our last myth, we will visit the House Lightshield region. In this region, every player receives the Crown of Demacia item, which grants a strong buff, but if the holder dies, then you immediately lose the fight. This brings up the question, how does this interact with the Augment Spoils of War? The myth states, Spoils of War grants loot for every unit that dies from their own Crown of Demacia. Thankfully, we can guarantee the Spoils of War augment with the help of the Draven legend, but unfortunately, I only ended up getting the silver one, and since the proc chance is low, we will have to repeat this fight a lot of times to be sure. Trust me, I made sure to repeat the fight with as many units as possible for as many times as possible to make sure that the outcome is 100% confirmed. What was the final verdict? Killing the holder of the Demacia crown can grant you 1 gold from the augment, which makes sense since your own units are responsible. However, every other unit on the board that is taken out by the fight loss mechanic is not credited, and you will not receive a single gold from any of them. Sadly, it looks like we won't be able to combine the 2 effects. 3 more myths down and many more to go. This episode was kind of fun to research. I ended up discovering a few bugs in the process, like ChoGath randomly losing all of his stacks when he upgraded to 3-star, or the blacksmith gloves re-rolling into a random Ornn item. I don't think I will be running out of material anytime soon. I hope you learned something, and see you next time.